The world of esports may be a mystery or something very common to you. On this, the Jew Padre podcast in association with Rated R Esports, we're going to talk a lot about it. So without further ado, let's jump right into our episode. Welcome once again to Jew Padre. This is episode 3. I am Jew Padre, and joining me, as usual, is my co-host, Albatross.
I'm right over here.
And today we actually have a very, very special guest. We have the captain of the SAS Eureka, Eureka Fresh himself.
Yes, that is I, the captain.
Welcome back to Earth, I guess we have to say.
Thank you very much. It feels good to be back to Earth. I really appreciate it for sure.
So what we've decided to do on our last episode, we talked a little bit about how our direction, our roadmap is how to help people get involved in esports or streaming or just the world of professional slash how else would you describe that?
Entertainment.
Entertainment.
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
Sports.
I really like that. I really think that's cool because there's a lot of people that try to or want to get into it, but there's
they don't know how.
It's a very vast, right? Exactly.
A lot of them like they jump into it, and there's a total road you got to take to get into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. You took that road.
Right. There's so many paths. So with entertainment, I guess is what.
Yeah,
that's the new word for it. We'll say whether it's esports or streaming or you're doing stuff on YouTube. We live in a world where it's just
so everywhere.
So many ways of doing it. Content is amazing how much there is.
For sure. And now you've gone through and you've made yourself a very unique brand, a very unique person in this world that we are a part of.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's actually why we wanted to bring you on today, is to learn how to create a personality, how to put it together, and what it actually takes to become someone like the captain of a starship, as you are.
Right, for sure. No, yeah, there's a big one of the most important things I think to any of this is creating that brand, right? I've been very, very, very focalized in a lot of different assets or different areas of my life where branding has been a really, really important part of it. And that was always the route to, what I was going to do with launching this streaming platform was creating a brand that, you can...
Yeah, creating a full-on other persona of yourself.
Right. And not only that, but just something that can be fully recognizable. You see so many big streamers. I mean, honestly, I took a lot of inspiration from, are you guys aware of Dr. Disrespect?
You have told me about him in the past.
I've heard about it, but I've never watched his stream.
So he's amazing. He's an absolute titan champion of all streaming, man. He does an amazing job. And when I was starting to think about launching this, being a captain of a starship, I thought was a pretty solid, thing. Not everybody's flown a starship like me. So
no.
It's
except Captain Picard.
All right, but did he actually ever fly it? That's the question.
I don't think he technically flew it. I think
there
was some
Mr. Sulu, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. You had Spock and the others.
Picard and Spock weren't together, but did Spock fly it?
See, I don't know.
It depends on which one you watch. Sometimes he's behind it.
Sure. Kirk. It was Kirk that was with Spock.
Kirk was with Spock.
Dang it. Oh, we're going to get so much hate from the...
Probably, yeah. I just watched this a while back, and I can't believe we get that confused. But let's move on. Okay.
Please do not add us in Klingon.
No. Oh, man, Klingon.
Okay. So anyway, you were talking about creating the persona. What led you to Starship?
So, like I said, I'm in a unique position where, you know, I have been flying for the Starlight Alliance for a long time, captaining the ship, the SAS Eureka, and I just like, you know, like the story of how like the channel came to be was that I just like got tired of working for the Starlight Alliance. And I kind of just like shut everything off, and I've been floating in space and decided that it would be like a good time to, you know, do some video game playing and hang out with some really, really cool people.
So far it's been pretty successful, would you say?
Thank you. Yeah. I think that it's been going really, really well for sure.
Me myself, I've watched a few streams.
Yeah.
It's been very entertaining. I feel like you're doing it right because I'm very entertained.
Thank you.
Esports,
that's right.
Entertaining sports.
Well, that's actually electronic,
sports.
but now we're at e-entertainment.
Come on.
Esports for sure.
Yeah, we'll go E. Yeah. How's that? Rebrand.
Soon it'll be
esports.
E3 Sports for sure.
Wow.
Entertain everyone electronically.
Hey, you know what?
Oh,
Hey, coin that.
Right.
patented, done, lawyered.
Nobody take that for you.
It has been recorded.
Don't worry. We've got everybody working on that.
So, Captain Fresh, if I might.
Sure.
Is that your name on the SAS?
I go by Eureka Fresh.
My bad.
So not Captain Eureka Fresh.
I like the starship to call me Eureka Fresh. It used to call me Captain all the time, and then I've kind of course corrected it to refer me to my username. So it's just easier for everybody.
I can see that. So then, Eureka Fresh, the next question I have is, our last episode was about consistency.
Sure. Right.
And we kind of beat the horse a bit.
We did. We didn't kind of. We really did.
We did.
But did you happen to listen to that episode?
So I didn't catch that one, but I caught your guys' first one, because the first one just launched the day of this recording, right?
No,
last week. The second one actually launched today, which is hilarious. We got to get a schedule when we're launching these.
Well, we're working on it. So the thing to remember is I forgot to mention this at the top of the episode, we are being posted by Rated R Esports.
Right.
And so
shout out to Rated R.
Exactly.
For sure. Absolutely.
And so we record on a Friday, but then I can't get to the editing until Wednesday.
Sure.
So then I put in the intro music and the other little bits to kind of take out echoes, which, by the way, if you could tell there was a difference, we are actually in Albatross's office using his hardware now instead of...
This microphone came today.
Solid.
And so anyway...
Delivery.
I can't get it to them until Wednesday. And so then they do other editing and mastering and other such things and then post it.
Sure. Right.
And we are looking at getting other platforms. I think that's a solid schedule
for you guys. I mean, it's going to work once you get like enough episodes in the can.
Yeah,
right. That's what you guys call it in the podcast world, is in the can.
I don't know, because I've been part of the podcast world for 2 weeks.
Cans are like so widely used in like the podcast world. It's like you have episodes in the can, you put the cans on. They like
is that like you put the cans on?
Cans, right? Is that like
a total for the retro can with the
probably,
probably if anybody's old enough to remember that. I mean, kids that don't even know what a cassette is.
Oh gosh. Okay, so going off topic. Anyway, consistency was what we were talking about, and we already beat the horse to death. But I know that you and I have had discussions about how that's actually one of the biggest reasons why you've seen the success you have.
Right. And that's honestly the key to basically anything, whether you're going to be like an esports athlete or like a physical athlete, or if you're trying to do any sort of entertainment like acting, consistency plays into literally like everything around success. I mean, that's
whether it be gaming or anything.
I'm pretty sure, don't quote me because I'm really bad at spelling, but I'm pretty sure you can't spell success without consistency.
You know what? I'm not even going to bother checking.
That word's in there somewhere.
So then...
They use some of the similar letters, I heard.
So then let's do this. Take us through a week.
Sure.
As Eureka Fresh. What does it take to build, run, and maintain a stream?
Sure. Honestly, I thought that piloting a starship was going to be a 24-hour job because you're in it flying all the time, but literally streaming has become like literally a 24/7 job. There's no waking moment that I have that isn't being like utilized towards building the stream. And I mean, so if anybody is like doesn't know, so I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We go for 4 hours. So we do 4-hour streams every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so the middle of the week is just focused solely on those 4 episodes and just during those blocks. So I have those 3 days of those 4 hours blocked out. And I mean, every moment from when I wake up to when I start the stream, I'm on social media. I'm tagging people. I'm going out and joining communities. I'm communicating with others. I'm sharing other streamers' streams. I'm trying to make connections with tons of different streamers in a multiple, like, crazy amount of different ways. As like so much. And then like cultivating the community that we're building has been so amazing. It's been so absolutely incredible. And so, you know, I'm on Discord. We have a Discord server that we have for all of the Eureka friends to come and hang out with. How tries I think you guys are both.
I was
part of
just
it.
about to ask you what you call your followers, because a lot of groups and individuals have little names. The most iconic, I believe, is Slipknot calling their fans the maggots.
The maggots. That's rude. That's like
it really
the Witcher calling his horse Roach. I hate that.
Anyway, and so I was going to ask you what you decided to call the people who follow you. Is the Eureka Friends?
Yeah, the Eureka Friends for sure.
I like it.
I was like before I launched the channel, I was doing a lot of like in-house. So I do everything in-house, and I was doing these things, and it was like, welcome Eurekans, and I was doing a bunch of like voiceovers and recording for like little alien animations that I was making for notifications that get popped during the stream. And I was like, yeah, Eurekans is kind of weird. And then I had a friend who's on Discord. I just happened to have met this guy, and he really, really helped me out making the Discord server like really, really well laid out. It like all the channels look really, really nice. The way that it like cascade, like visually, it's appealing. But Dino Guy, shout out to Dino Guy. He helped me out, and we had a Eureka Fresh Hangouts channel. And in that there was a lot more like chatter with like the friends and all of everybody that is part of that server. And I was like, this needs to be like a different name, and I want this to be like I don't want it to be like me, hang out with me. I want it to be something where like everybody feels
it's a group,
like, we're all part of a community.
Yeah.
And like you guys can hang out and, you know, talk with one another. And I was like, this is more of like a friend section. And so I was just like, Eureka Friends, like that works well. And so
Where's great? Eureka Fresh, Eureka Friends.
Eureka
exactly.
Fresh, Eureka Friends, branding again.
And
back to branding. Speaking
of branding, Eureka Fresh, Eureka Friends. You have another Eureka something that goes along those lines, do you not?
So kind of, if you're referring to my love affair to a certain beverage.
Indeed I am.
It is a good beverage.
Which I'm so glad that you guys brought up, because I did bring you guys one.
Oh, you know what's hilarious is, hold on.
So I brought each of you guys a bottle.
Yes.
Because it wouldn't be a Eureka Fresh stream if there wasn't a delicious, sweet, tasty treat. And that's a Fresca, man. Oh, gosh.
Well,
enjoy you guys' Frescas.
Then,
can we drink this in here? Or?
Wait.
Surprise is on you, because I brought you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we totally got you a Fresca.
So it is peach flavored. That's not the original.
You know what? Peach is so amazing. I talk about it a lot in nauseum about the different flavors. And, you know, the citrus, the original flavor is this bright, crisp, really light flavor.
Isn't it like a grapefruit one?
Yeah, it's grapefruit original. It's citrusy, and it really it dances on your taste buds.
Oh, and
really
yes, you totally
it.
can drink it here, yeah.
But when you're drinking a peach one, it's more of like a soft, velvety flavor.
You are correct.
It is a lot calmer and smooth.
Right. It's like drinking a beautiful sunset, I feel like.
Man, we need to have you like write our scripts or something. Drinking a sunset, dancing on the taste buds.
Can you imagine what that is?
I
just drink.
I genuinely love love it.
Or a peach Fresca.
Yeah,
Tastes like a sunset.
So thank you for the peach Fresca. I will add that to the collection at home
That
for
is
sure.
awesome.
Now we
I love
have these.
Then
I'm not sure if we can open it. Should we do that?
Go ahead.
Let's do it on
let's
3,
do it.
everybody.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds so good.
So good.
So
dude.
How
sorry.
many people's mouths are watering right now?
Well, mine is for sure.
Oh,
Sorry to those at home.
that is so good.
We cannot share with you.
Wow.
It's wow.
But speaking about
It's great,
Fresca,
right?
it's good.
It's so good.
If people want to actually watch your stream,
Sure.
you have a contest going on right now.
Sure. Yeah.
Would you
We
like
can
to
go
announce
into that for sure. So yeah, the Fresca is like one of my all-time favorite drinks. I do just genuinely love it so very much. And I try to promote it as much as I possibly can. It's all over. I have I have Fresca emotes that I have for the for all the subscribers. I have it everywhere. So one of the best things that has happened during the stream. Not one of the best, but yeah, definitely one of the best.
It's all the best.
It's all
the
good.
best.
It's hard to quantify, but in the bubble of some of the best like highlights of the stream was I had the Discord server launched, right, and had the friend Dino guy. He came over and he helped make the channel, and the server, and he was listing all these suggestions of like channels, and he was like, "What about a fan art page?" And I was like,
Okay.
He said fan art page, and I was just like, dude, like, whatever, sure, yeah, we can do it. We'll put it in there, no problem. Well, I guess we'll see. And literally, like an hour later, one of the friends dropped the first Eureka Fresh fan art, and I just like broke down, just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Oh, I wish we had
It was
visuals.
so
It'd be
good.
awesome.
You know what we
It
can
was
do?
so
Yeah.
good, for
What
sure.
we can do is at the end of the episode, we will do social media where they
Sure.
can find you on Twitter, your Discord, your
definitely.
stream, etc. But
We'll plug it most ultimately.
exactly. And so, will it be posted around there? Oh, of course it is. It's in the art room.
Right. So
And that's
it
on
is over
Discord,
in
right?
the Discord chat.
All right, so we'll
Discord
get to
server.
that. I'm going to make a note right now.
Sure, absolutely.
And
But like later, it was so I was blown away by that. That one was from our friend Spacey J, and he did. It was one of the first game that we streamed, which was the Sinking City. That was the first game we streamed, and dude, he posted the funniest picture of just like the best Photoshop work. I just love it so much. But then later, a few weeks after the stream had been going, and I had been like, exclaiming my love for Fresca, like shouting it from the rooftops. Like, yeah, I love it so much. I want to get married to it on a mountain.
Okay. Not sponsored yet.
Not sponsored yet. Fresca, if you're listening, I would love. We'll talk. Anyways,
Please contact us first.
Sure. Right. But so Fresca, not Fresca. God, I can't stop talking about it. But
The love for Fresca is real.
So Spacey J, he dropped another one, and it was a can of Fresca that was photoshopped with Eureka Fresca. It's hard for me to say.
Yeah.
Because it's a tongue twister, but Eureka Fresca. And then like right here, if you look on the label here, it says sparkling flavored soda.
Yeah.
He had changed it to sparkling, what was it? I should look on my phone. I can't find it. But what was it? Sparkling excellent streamer. And dude, I was just like, oh my God, so
That's
sweet.
nice.
Dude, the feels already.
The feels, dude, right.
You got
exactly.
a true fan right there.
The love,
True
dude.
fan.
The love was for sure.
Yeah.
Really
So-
great.
So the next question that I know a few of our listeners are going to be
Right.
one is, where did Eureka Fresh come from? Because everybody's got, the side story.
Sure.
You're the captain of the SAS.
Yep.
I said that right?
SAS
Captain
Eureka.
of SAS
Starlight
Eureka.
Alliance Starship.
So where did Eureka Fresh come from? Where did you start?
So like where did the name come from?
Yeah.
Sure. Right. So
I feel like everybody's got a backstory to their name. For sure.
Right. So the backstory to the name was, I named the SAS Eureka after living in Eureka, California for a couple of years. I'm originally from Idaho, and I was raised in a landlocked state,
Yes.
and grew up like I had never seen the ocean. I had never been to the ocean all the way up until I was about 19, 20 years old.
You want to know something pathetic? I still haven't even seen the ocean.
No, dude. You need to go
28 years
see
old.
You need to go see the ocean.
We're going
man.
this December.
Nice.
Yes.
Not to derail, but
Not to derail, yeah.
Sure.
Go back.
Dude, you're gonna love it. It's so rad. And yeah, I moved out to Northern California to pursue some school, and I just love that country. It's so beautiful up there. You have the stark contrast between the ocean, like it's like right on the ocean, where Eureka is like right there. You look out your door and you see it. But it's still like in Northern California up in the redwoods. So you have that really like cold, temperate forest. I mean, it's like it genuinely obviously is living on Endor, because that's where they film.
It's like that morning
Like,
camping feeling you get when it's cold outside.
Right.
You're just like,
it's
you're
always
at
like
peace.
very cold and musty and like just like very crisp. It never got like below 60 or like below 50, above 70 all year round. And I just love that country, and it's just like it was just a beautiful, beautiful place. And so yeah, I really fell in love with that place, and yeah, it was great for sure. So I just really clung on to that name. I have always just really liked it, and yeah, Eureka Fresh just seemed to work. So
you just added the fresh to the end of it?
right, exactly.
and so correct me if I'm
Username there.
correct me if I'm wrong. Eureka Fresh was a name that you used in other pursuits, right? Like with your other things that you've done?
No. So Fresh has just kind of been incorporated in a lot of stuff that I've done. I tried to be a rapper at one point in my life.
Awesome.
That did not work, but I was J Fresh then, and then I was a DJ, and I DJ'd under the name Rev Fresh, and so I've just kind of utilized that. Fresh is just kind of
Just stuck with everything
stuck
you've done.
with it. It's just gone with it. So
Well, it's
worked really well.
It's refreshing, I would think.
Absolutely.
Really, you had to go there.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay, you know what?
I appreciate it. It's the
So
thing.
do I, because a listener, or it might have been you, Albatross, I can't remember, but someone said that I've really kind of let go of the jokes, which is actually one of my things.
It's loose, dude.
But the thing is the name of the podcast itself is a play on words. It's a pun.
Oh,
Juhadre
it's
to
awesome.
Padre.
I
So I just don't feel the need anymore, because just knowing the name, it makes people grimace.
You know what?
I know,
I
but-
say let the freak flag fly when.
I might complain about it once in a while, but to be honest, deep inside, it always makes me smile.
Absolutely, my dude, 100%. But yeah, so like, yeah, it's just it's a lot of stuff is just kind of like cultivated. I've kind of talked about it a lot too. Is that like this streaming has been kind of a culmination of like so many parts and aspects of my life that have kind of all kind of peaked at this one zenith of just like every story arc of my life basically has like all come together to this one mountaintop peak of like, oh my gosh, so it's like every asset, like every like aspect of it, I mean, is like tying into it and working with it. And I'm very like, I'm super fortunate about like what I've been able to do to like inadvertently get me to this point. So it's really cool for sure.
So you described a zenith, or this high point where you are.
Right.
For those who are not familiar with your stream, afterward, I assume and hope that everyone will go and take a watch after we plug you.
I highly recommend it. It's a good stream.
Thank you.
So what does make it unique? We've already talked about how you're the captain of a starship, and that you have a unique love of Fresca. But what else? What will people expect to see? Like, how do you introduce yourself? What is the atmosphere?
Right.
With the Eureka friends.
I love that you said that for sure.
You're welcome.
I mean, so there's a lot of things that go into it. So, every single week, basically like how the show works, I guess, if you want to know like the skeleton of it. Yeah. So like how the show works is that every single week I pick 4 games out of a catalog of games, and I put them up all over social media for everybody to go vote on. So anybody that's part of the stream, any of the followers, any of the Eureka friends, anybody that just absentmindedly just sees it on social media can be part of it and be like can participate in it in some sort of way. I have a hard time with just sticking to one game. I understand like the popularity behind, you know, Fortnite players and everything like that. And there's an obvious market for that. But unless you are like in a competitive edge, it's really hard to really stand out and really make yourself known in that field of those specific niche games. And there's never really been one game. Like, I've loved playing video games my entire life. It's always been something that I've done just absently, and I really love it. But like, I just have never been like so married to one like game that I'm like, this is all I play, this is all I can do. Like, I can't do anything else. I'll attest to that.
As watching your stream, it is very entertaining knowing, you know, it's going to be different. It's not going to be so repetitive that, I'm jumping on, I'm watching him do the same stuff over and over. It's a new chapter every time, and it really is a new chapter, not just today's a new day.
Which is probably why my streaming career never really went anywhere.
I mean, that's just such a hard market to plug into, I feel like, with a lot of those. I mean, you look at the analytics on Twitch, and it's like Fortnite, it has an insane amount of viewership. Like, it is absolutely bizarre. And like, yes, there is I think that it's like you can gather water from that stream or that river, but you can never get like all of that water out of that river. You know what I mean? Like,
I do know.
You can go up and just like kind of scoop some up, and like you may be able to get some out of it. But just personally, I just have like always thought that like including others and making it into something that is kind of forever changing just works so much better for me personally. And like, I'm not really good at video games. So like full disclosure, like
reason number 2, my career never really took off as a streamer.
It's so hard. It is so hard, dude. There are so many amazing, talented gamers out there. Like, it is absolutely insane, the amount of talent. And like, dude, it was just like, I'm never gonna be able to play this game and get popular.
But think about it. I mean, watching your stream, it's entertaining because you're interacting with your followers. But I mean, you say you're not good, but I mean, you're making it through the game.
Sure. No,
but it's
like,
entertaining. It is so entertaining how you're just interactive and just the personality you bring into it.
Well, dude, thank you.
With a streamer, I honestly, I gotta admit, I don't think being the best at a video game is what makes it. I think it's the entertaining part with personality and
it just kind of depends, right? And like, I've kind of talked about that with a lot of people, is that like, I feel like streaming is going to be like the new form of entertainment in like 10 years from now. I think there's going to be such a huge push to get these live streams, and that it's going to turn into something where, you know, you have like Rated R Esports broadcasting like esports, and that group, you know, it's like ESPN, like that's
on television,
right?
Cable.
Like some people watch sports, some people watch How I Met Your Mother, some people watch, you know, like documentaries and tutorials and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so it's like there's going to be areas where like these people can find success in this area of like entertainment, and people can find success here. And it's just being able to like navigate your way through there where you are at. Like, if you're a super talented gamer, like obviously go over and do that, because people are going to watch it, even though, like you said, you find more interesting like going to like an entertainment. Sorry, pardon me, but
it's them Fresca.
So then, to kind of pull it back here, you have the voting and you pick a game,
right?
And then what happens?
So I, like I was saying with that, is that it's like I've wanted from the start to always make the stream something where somebody can come to and have a good time and feel a part of something. That's always been like my ultimate goal, is to create a safe, positive space for like anybody, any walk of life can come and enjoy it. And I felt like putting the game out for like everybody to go and vote on kind of gives them that opportunity to be like, yeah,
You're
like
giving them the power.
Right, exactly. And I've told somebody hit me up and they were like, I want to know what game you play. And I was like, honestly, it's not like it's irrelevant to me. Like, I pick 4 games that I want to play. Like, I'm not picking 4 games that like I hate,
Right. What were the last 4 games that you had?
The last 4 games, the game that won was Rise of the Tomb Raider. So this past week we've been playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. I kind of try to do like a theme with every week, whether it's like whether we're doing really scary horror games, which are like the absolute worst.
If you have not watched Eureka Fresh's stream, you've got to watch him on a scary game. That was hilarious. I hope they're not going to jump out at me.
Torture. I'm so bad with scary things. But I just like torture myself. Now I've kind of like started to like it. I'm like, dude, horror games are kind of fun to play.
So just Halloween's coming up.
Halloween's coming up, so there's gonna be that. But so everybody votes, and then on Tuesday we reveal it's can become to be known as the pie. Hashtag Show Me the Pie has been like
okay. That's what it's come to.
Yeah. So every week I say that I'm putting ingredients into the pie. I'm putting these flavors into the pie. You guys are gonna get a slice of pie, because what happens is everybody goes and votes on them at the start of the week, which is like typically Sunday night or Monday morning will get posted. Sunday night, usually anybody on the Discord server gets kind of first access. And then I post it up Monday morning for everybody on social medias to go and vote on. They vote on it all day, and then I gather all the votes and put it all together into like a spreadsheet with a pie graph on it.
And to be clear, it's Discord where you do the voting.
No. It's anywhere on social media. So anywhere that I post it, I just
accumulate it from all of it and put it together.
Right.
So you can find it anywhere.
Right. I post it up literally everywhere on Monday, and then I just go through and I sift through everything and I collect all of the votes from everybody, whether it's on like direct messages or on the post directly, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and like I said, Discord. Discord just gets first access to it because, they're the Eureka friends and they're part of like the tight-knit community. But social media is so like you have to have social media.
There's so much of it you gotta have.
And so I put it out there, everybody votes on it, and then come Tuesday, we reveal what game won. And then we play that game for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so whatever game it is, that's what we play for that week. And so we just started a new thing where if we're playing a game and we don't finish it, that game is going to go into the next week's pie, basically, for everybody to vote on. So if everybody wants to continue to watch that game,
okay,
right. If everybody wants to see it, then we can continue it. They can vote for it. But if everybody else wants to see something else, then it's up to you. You know what I mean? And that's like the ultimate goal is to like it's always been like I think I didn't finish that story, but when somebody asked me what game I want to play,
yes,
right, they were like, I told them that it was irrelevant because I picked the 4 games that I want to play, and then it's up to the audience, it's up to you out there to choose what you want to watch. I mean, you're coming and watching the show. Who am I to be like, you're going to watch this game that I want to play? You know what I mean? That's not what I want. I want people to come and like be entertained. And so allowing them
have a little bit of power there.
Right. Exactly.
Feel like, I'm going to watch what I chose.
Right. And I get to see a game that I want to, maybe it's a game that, I've never owned a PlayStation and I want to see this like PlayStation only game, or maybe there's a game that I used to play a long time ago. Like they did a re-release of Final Fantasy VIII a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And we played that, and that game won out of like, so I kind of like to play these games with some of them where like I like to just kind of test the audience to see where they're at. And I put Final Fantasy VIII Remake in a pie with 3 other AAA developed games.
Oh, gosh.
So we had like these really, really high fidelity graphic games with a game from 1998, so, and that game won. And so we played Final Fantasy VIII. And so it's like, just because everybody wanted to see it, you know what I mean? I always tell people like, oh, if your game doesn't win, like, don't worry, because it's like,
you're still part of the pie somewhere, right?
It'll get back in there.
Back to it. Yeah. We're actually going to be doing one where I go back and pick the up and runners, like the
I see,
the game that won like second place for like 4 weeks in a row or whatever. We're gonna put those 4 games. Like there's like I love that. I just think that it's so much fun for me, and it's fun for like all the audience. I feel like so. Yeah, it's super fun. I really like doing it that way, and I've told people before like that'll never change. I genuinely will never be like, this is what we're playing right now, and that's it. However, there are like some circumstances that like some caveats to that.
Yeah,
where we do. So that's our regularly programmed like episodes. Is that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time, right? But I do also do some like special Super Saturday streams, Super Secret Sunday streams, and we have also launched a Minecraft server for all of our tier 2 subs and all of our VIP subs. They get access to. I'm hosting a Eureka Friends Minecraft server, so anybody can go in there that has the access to it. And they can hang out and play in there, but we do Minecraft Mondays every once in a while. So
I have watched that. That was very entertaining.
It's so, dude, I just barely started playing Minecraft, and oh my God, it is like so cool.
I have yet to play Minecraft, but everybody that tells me it's a blast. But
you got to do it, dude.
So you were talking about subs and tiers. Would you mind explaining that real quick?
Sure. Yeah,
people can understand how they can accomplish being able to play a game with Eureka Fresh.
Sure. Right. So like, so Twitch has obviously their 3-tiered system. They have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 system, where you can support any of your favorite streamers online. You have, if you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Twitch Prime account or Twitch account with your Amazon Prime account and make a Twitch Prime account. They give you a free sub to any streamer just for having that Prime account thing. And so how what I like to do with the added benefit to being a subscriber is building that community, because it's like you're showing so much support by subscribing, and like I am just so extremely grateful. Like every single day I get on and see subs with like their badges and their emotes and everything. It just like fills me up inside like so immensely. I'm extremely like happy and so like excited about like the cultivation of this community that we're building with it. So shout out to all the Eureka friends. You guys are awesome for sure.
So how do people become Eureka friends? Let's go ahead and do your plug here.
Right. So you can join the stream by following the stream at twitch.tv/Eureka Fresh. And if you are a follower, we were doing a contest all throughout September. This is going to get posted out
we actually skipped that earlier when we mentioned it. I was hoping we'd get back to it.
Sure. So all of September, we were running a contest for all of our for hitting our first 100 followers. I was like so blown away by it, and like I wanted to give back, and so we are basically doing a raffle. If you follow the channel, you get entered into the raffle, and then if you subscribe, it was added bonus to it was basically multiple raffles. And so we haven't recorded it yet, but this Saturday is when we're going to be doing it, but that's going to be a different Saturday than when this is up. So a different Saturday. The 28th is when we're doing it. But so I just like trying to do as much as I can to give back and just show everybody how much like I love their support. And you can follow it at twitch.tv/Eureka Fresh and all over social media webs at Eureka Fresh. So
what are all of those? I know that you have a Twitter, you have an Instagram, on Facebook.
Yep. So all of them I have. Yep, exactly. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's just at Eureka Fresh. Facebook, I think, is fb.com/Eureka Fresh. Instagram is at Eureka Fresh. Twitter at Eureka Fresh. I don't know where my phone is. I would share the Discord thing, but if anybody's interested, just hit me up on social media and I can get you the Discord.
And for those, it's pretty easy because actually, I actually got to it because they post a link while you're actually streaming. It says, join Eureka Friends. Just click this link. It'll open up Discord, and then you can just ask to be invited.
Come in and join.
So I don't think you ask to be invited. I think you just join.
You just join, dude.
Yeah, it's free.
Anybody? Yeah, it's all over. If you go to any of the social medias, you can find the link. So anybody that wants to hop over in the Discord, feel free. Absolutely.
Well, Eureka Fresh, on behalf of Jupadre, Albatross, and myself, and Rated R Esports, we want to thank you for coming on the podcast.
Dude, thank you guys
for the Fresca.
Oh, man, absolutely.
Thank you.
So
it's
good.
So good.
Mine's almost gone already.
It's like, I don't know, anybody who pays really close attention can hear all the bottles, the bottles opening and closing, and every once in a while, one of us will have to go like this because we're stifling.
A little bit. The bubbles, dude. The bubbles. They come up. Well, dude, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys having me. Most definitely.
Of course.
You guys, this is going to be a really, really awesome show. I'm very, very excited for the future of it and the future of your guys' esports endeavor with Rated R. Shout out to those guys for hosting it and getting it up there, dude.
Anytime.
Absolutely, dudes.
All right, so you're going to stream tonight, right? Because today is Thursday.
Today's Friday.
Oh, today's Friday. That's right. Oh, I'm living in the past.
Episode's coming out on Friday. But we stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. Twitch.tv/Eureka Fresh. And you can follow me all over social media webs at Eureka Fresh. So, yeah, dude. Most definitely.
I really wish we had a soundbite of a spaceship taking off as you leave.
Right.
Okay, ready? Okay, Eureka Fresh is in his ship. Ready?
Bye, you guys.
Thank you once again so much for listening. Don't forget to follow all of the social media that Rated R Esports has available. Rated R Esports on Twitter, at Rated R LOL, specifically for the League of Legends team. And then us, of course, your host and co-host at Juhadre and at Albatross17. Don't forget to look up our guest at Eureka Fresh. Also, search Rated R Esports on YouTube for all of the teams, games, and everything that channel has to provide, as well as all of the Jupadre podcast. And then check out RatedResports.com.